Hello everybody, my name is Sota Watanabe. I'm CEO at Startel Group and director of Soneium. And Soneium is the chain built by Sony Block Solution Lab. So Sony Block Solution Lab is a joint venture between Startel Group and Sony Group. And today I would like to talk about why we launched Layer 2, Ethereum Layer 2, and what's happening in the market and our focus. So Soneium is the Ethereum Layer 2 powered by OP Stack and joining the super chain. And the super chain ecosystem is growing. Coinbase is making Base by OP Stack, and Kraken is making Inc. And Uniswap is making a Unichain inside of the ecosystem. So yeah, Soneium is our focus is entertainment, and right now, a lot of the Web3 people are using on-chain for finance, but only 3% of the people are using on-chain today. So how can we make the percentage 50%, 60%, 70%? I think entertainment is the key because entertainment has the power to connect the people, and it's a fundamental desire for human being to share passion. So we are pretty much focusing on entertainment, especially music, movie, gaming, and beyond. But that entertainment layer must be built on the top of the finance layer. So we launched the chain in January. So we are still a five months baby. So we are pretty much focusing on the DeFi side, finance side at this moment. But we are going to build the entertainment use case from here. And why Ethereum Layer 2? So Soneium is the Ethereum Layer 2 powered by OP Stack. So why Ethereum Layer 2? I think technology is getting mature, and basically I have written 3 reasons. The first one is I think Ethereum Layer 2 is already scalable. 5 years ago, when 5 years ago, one single transaction on Ethereum Layer 1 took $50 or $30 when the network is congested. But today, if we use Ethereum Layer 2, that one single transaction takes less than 1 cent. Very cheap. And L2 is already customizable, like block time, finality, and so on. So if we see a Uniswap chain, the block time is 1 second, and they are trying to make it 200 milliseconds per block. So it's technically scalable today. And the second one is balancing decentralization and centralization. Ethereum Layer 1 is obviously fully decentralized, which is amazing. But when it comes to adoption of the big enterprises, or maybe adoption of ordinary people, the balance between decentralization and centralization is the key. For example, when we launched Soneium, we saw a bunch of the IP infringement. A lot of the people launch Spider-Man meme coin, Sony logo meme coin, and a bunch of other things. But when real enterprise try to enter the market, they feel scary if the industry has a bunch of the IP infringement token. So at the protocol level, anyone can launch whatever they want on Soneium. But we are implementing RPC blocking. So people cannot access to IP infringement smart contract or maybe token at the RPC level. So we are balancing decentralization and centralization in this way. And the last one is revenue versus cost. The beauty of Ethereum Layer 2 is Ethereum Layer 2 does not need a native token. So maybe Coinbase, 2 days ago, Robinhood and Sony can launch the chain without issuing token. And the transaction cost of the Layer 2 is going to be our revenue. And the profitability today is roughly 80% to 90%, meaning let's say if you pay $1 on Ethereum Layer 2, 90 cents or 80 cents goes to the operator of the sequencer, which is us, and 10% 10 cent, 20 cent goes to layer 1. So it is extremely easy, getting easier to calculate the revenue versus cost, and which is extremely important when we onboard a big company. We are pretty much focusing on Web 3 right now, but we are going to onboard Web 2 and beyond. I have 40 pages today, but I don't think I have a time to cover 40 pages. So I'm going to skip some of the page. So what's my focus? So we are pretty much focusing on entertainment use cases, especially tokenized IP, transparent royalty distribution, and fun engagement. So speaking about tokenized IP, RWA is definitely coming. And IP of the entertainment, such as music IP, movie IP, part of the RWA. And in our ecosystem, some of the project has been already tokenized music IP. So if music IP generate, let's say, $1 million US, 10% of the music IP is tokenized on chain, then 100K will be distributed based on the holdings of the NFT. And another thing is the transparent royalty distribution. Some of the project are tokenizing anime. And if you have an NFT, you can get the loyalty on chain. And the last one is fun engagements. We are also, some of the ecosystem projects are making a level, reimagining the way how fun interact with the artists. We launched the chain in January. In the past 5 months, this is the on-chain stats and the performance, and they're getting bigger and bigger. And we're going to do a bunch of the campaign, incentive program, and so on in coming months. So I hope the number goes up when we introduce some of the campaign. And this is the second incubation program on Soneium. At the first incubation program, we got the thousands application or something, and we selected 15 winners. And this is the second one. Actually, the application was already closed yesterday. We got 250 projects, and we are going to choose 15 projects from now. And 60K in grants with Sony Innovation Fund. It's a Sony Venture Capital, and others. This is the ecosystem. Our ecosystem is getting bigger and bigger. I will skip some of the use cases today because I don't have time. But Sony is getting on-chain. Sony already launched a crypto exchange in Japan, and NFT marketplace, fund marketing platform on-chain. And the IPs are also coming on-chain, such as Ivo, Ghost in the Shell, Venom, and Sony's artists. I'm going to skip this. So, as I said, Soneium is the joint project between Sony Group and Startel. Startel is our company. And when it comes to Soneium, I think majority of the users are going to be non-Web3 people, like Web2 people, or and beyond. And eventually in 2030, right, people are going to use blockchain without understanding blockchain, without even knowing blockchain, just like Web2 application today. People are using app without knowing AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. But people are using it because it's convenient. So blockchain itself is not enough to make it happen. And we think that account abstraction is the key because account abstraction allows people to log into the blockchain with Web2 ID. And the combination between Ethereum layer 2 and account abstraction is pretty strong. I will talk about the reason why. So through account abstraction, people can log into Soneium with Web2 ID or fingerprints or Face ID. And it's programmable wallet. It's smart wallet. There is no private key. People cannot manage private key. You guys can, I can, but ordinary people cannot manage a private key. So I think smart wallet, smart contract wallet is the future for social adoption. And it's programmable. So let's say 2/3 of the people approve, people can recover the wallets, for example. And the gas sponsorship is pretty strong because Ethereum layer 2 is operated by Sony Block Solution Lab. And if we combine account abstraction and gas sponsorship and Ethereum layer 2, people can log in to the Soneium with Web2 ID, and they can use blockchain for free because we can subsidize ETH gas fee. And when we subsidize ETH gas fee, gas cost, that is going to be our revenue. And the profitability is 80%, 90%. So if we subsidize $1, 80 cents goes to our company, and we are actually consuming 20 cents for one user. So unit economics works. If we could make a other business model. Yeah, I'm going to skip it. Yeah, lastly, I think we are entering the product era from BD era. 5 years ago, it was all about research because Ethereum and other blockchain did not scale, but it's scalable today. And 2 years ago, it was all about BD, collecting logo of the big company. And right now, we are entering the product era, and the product era is all about generating revenue because by nature, by definition, great product attract great people, and great product generate on-chain revenue. And if we see a top project today, such as Hyperliquid, PumpFun, or these kind of things, they are generating on-chain revenue. And in this era, we have 3 key success factor. First one is distribution. I think technology is getting ready, and when strong technology meets strong distribution, adoption happens. So we should start from the distribution and then try to make a tech. And revenue is more important than recognition. And the last one is a combination with the technology, just like Ethereum layer 2 plus account abstraction plus chain abstraction. Yeah, pretty much it. Thank you very much for listening, and enjoy Cannes. Thank you.